Internet, this episode is sponsored by the good folks at Bevel. I'll tell you, Bevel, listen, if you want to learn what Bevel's about and you don't know what it's about, head on over to getbevel.com/Pete. Your first month free. That's right, your first month free. Miss Lissa, you know how good Bevel is.
I love to touch on your man's face when he shaves with the bevel blade. The only system clinically proved to reduce bumps, bruises, ingrown hairs, anything that comes with coarse and coily hair.
And holiday season is approaching.
Yes.
So listen, if you love your man, get him a Bevel. And listen, ladies too. Ladies can shave. Man, if you love your ladies, get her a Bevel.
Yeah, don't let your bitch run around with her beard all of November.
Yeah, you don't need
shave.
a couple strands underneath that chin. You don't need that. Internet, head on over to getbevel.com/Pete. Get your first free month on Bevel. You understand? Fuck with it. CHEA.
Ow. Hot damn hoe, here we go again.
CHEA.
Light as a rock, bitch, hard as a cock, bitch, the shit knock for blocks through hard tops in the parking lot where my nigga rock like the spark a lot. My Brooklyn style speaks for itself like a wrestler. Another notch under my belt. The embezzler, chrome treasurer, the UNO competitor. I'm 10 steps ahead of ya. I'm a leader. Y'all some following shit. Coming in this game on some modeling shit. Bitches suck cock just to get to the top. I put 100% in every word I drop. It's the Q to the B with the M-O, B-B, Queensbridge, Brooklyn, and we D-double-E-P. What?
You wish I lived the life I live.
Hey, yo, Pete, tell them what this is, done?
Yo, that shit was fucking dope. Now let's get to the show. CHEA.
Come on, everybody get set, let's go. It's the next episode. It's the Premium Pete Show. News, interviews, all of the info. Listen up, it's the Premium Pete Show. If you want the scoop in the low, down low, listen to the show, cause Milk said so. Fuck what you heard, better act like you know. Miss Lissa knows. It's the Premium Pete
Internet,
Show.
and we're back. I'll tell you, I'm excited to be sitting with the homie,
Ow.
the infamous, there's a war outside.
Aight.
I mean, what else? How many different AKAs you have?
Bandana P.
There we go. Bandana P.
I mean, Banana Clip P.
There you go. Another one?
RSVP, MVP, OPP.
Man, Prodigy's in the building. Prodigy, welcome to the show, man.
What up, kid? Thank you.
Man. Listen, we had a great time out in Philadelphia at Suplex with the cookbook in store.
That was dope.
I was just telling Miss Lissa, I love that, yo, mad people came out to Philly, like people that wanted to buy the book and just fuck with you.
Nah.
Yo, when I really realized it, a blind dude came in and was like, yo, Pete, let me get a book. And they said, yo, could you sign that and let's take a picture?
Word.
I was like, yo, dude is doing everything like that a regular person would want. Like, yo, that's how much that I feel like not only did Mobb Deep touch people, pause, but also just Prodigy alone. Is that amazing or no?
Yeah, it is. It is, man, to see people, show the love and appreciate the work that we put out, you know what I mean, that we still putting out. Word.
I remember when you told me about, we'll get to it, but like, A Quiet Storm, when Kim jumped on it,
Yeah.
and you said that it opened up a woman fan base.
Yeah, big time.
Because you used to have, think about it, it's like so much men that are like, love y'all,
I mean, it was always, females, I'm sure that, knew about Mobb Deep and was feeling
Of
Mobb
course.
Deep.
with the razors in the mouth.
But Kim just opened the floodgate, you know what I mean? That's when we just seen the difference at the concert.
Yeah.
There was, like, at the front row, pushing dudes out the way.
With Tim's on?
Word, Tim's on, all that.
How did that collaboration come about?
Man, we were just in the studio thinking about who could we put on this remix. And actually, Chris Lighty, younger brother, Jonathan Lighty,
Yeah.
he came with the idea, like, let's throw Little Kim on it. So, we reached out to Kim. That's the home team, man. We've been on tour with Biggie and the Junior Mafia since the beginning. And we just made it happen. Or she was like, hell yeah.
Yeah, she went off. That's like one of her best verses. Like,
Yeah, she
one of her
bodied that.
like she killed it.
But
bodied it.
that Quiet Storm, though, was your song, right? That wasn't a Mobb
Yeah.
Deep song. That was your song.
Yeah, that was my song for the HNIC album.
Yeah.
First HNIC album.
And then they were trying to convince you. I remember you telling me that they were trying to convince you
Yeah.
to give that to Mobb Deep.
Yeah, because the song got big. Before I even put my album out, I put the song out like 2 years prior to me putting out the album. So the song was out in like 97, end of 97, Buzzing. You know what I mean? And it just started growing and growing. They was playing it in the club and everything. And it wasn't even commercially released, no video, no nothing. So, you know, Chris and Hav seen how big it was getting. They was like, yo, we need that for the album. Mobb Deep need a hit. You know what I mean?
And right away, you were reluctant at first, though, huh?
Yeah, I was tight.
Yeah.
I was like, nah, this is my song, yo. Because I needed a hit.
Sure, most
Mobb
definitely.
Deep make it easy. Yes. I was like, nah, I need a hit.
Okay.
But I was like, yeah, hell yeah, take it. You know what I mean? And we did a remix for Mobb Deep, and we kept the original for my album.
Nice. Yo, how was Chris Lighty? Like your relationship with him, just your thoughts about him.
Chris was a special individual, man. His like demeanor, like how he carry himself, how he speaks to people. He was a real calm, very calm person. Like he'd make people feel good and feel calm. Cause, you know, with the style of music that we make, you know, it's hardcore, aggressive hip hop. You know, a lot of people were afraid to do business with us.
Yeah.
You know, they're afraid to book concerts, endorsement deals. A lot of companies, they like, I don't know if that makes sense, Mobb Deep and us, you know what I mean?
Even when you were young, I think I heard you say that Leo Cohen didn't want to sign y'all because he felt that you were too hard for your age. Like, what exactly did he mean by that? That like that people wouldn't believe it?
I mean,
or was it too?
His exact words was that we were too young to be speaking how we were speaking. Like we cursed too much, and we're speaking about violent things. And he said that Def Jam would catch a lawsuit if they put our album out.
What?
Because we were too young to be speaking like that.
Shit, it's crazy too, because I just feel like a lot of these record labels, you know, they look for like people really live the lifestyle.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, when you sign someone, sometimes that's what comes with it. You hope change comes with it.
Yeah.
But
it was something new.
That's what you get into.
It was new. You know what I mean? There wasn't really any young, because we were like 15, 16.
Yeah, that's crazy.
To get that deal. So there wasn't anybody that age really doing that. I mean, you had a few artists here and there. The youngsters, you know what I mean? Remember the youngsters from Philly? Then you had Illegal. Remember the Illegal? And then you had us.
Young.
Yeah, we was just young, and they wasn't used to that. They wasn't used to hearing that. They wasn't used to marketing and selling that. You know what I mean? So he was like, nah, I don't see.
I'm surprised.
I don't see how we could do this.
I mean, I get some of what he's saying, but I'm surprised. But even let's take it back for a second. Being signed at 16, y'all was signed at 16.
Yeah.
How is that for a 16-year-old?
It was all a blur, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it just happened so fast. Like, we were just happy to have an advance. We go buy some, you know, things.
New kicks.
Gold chains.
Tim's.
Leather jacket.
Carhartt.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
What was the first things that you did buy? Leather jacket? I
remember the exact day that we got our advance.
Okay.
And Loud gave us like $12,000. You know what I'm saying?
What year was this?
This is... Matter of fact, this wasn't Loud. I'm bugging. I'm sorry. This is 4th and Broadway.
Okay, 4th and Broadway. Yep.
This is like 92.
Okay.
Like 92 or something like that. And they gave us 12 G's. Havoc actually was the one that went and picked it up. And then he came to my crib like maybe 11 in the morning. I was knocked out.
Cash?
Banging
20s?
on my door. Now, I think he went and busted the check open.
Okay.
He spent some of it before he got to my crib. Because when I opened the door, he woke me up, banging on my door. I was living in Jersey City at the time. He's banging on my door. So I opened the door, half smiling, big grin, mad gold teeth in his mouth, fresh new leather. He was like, yo, son, we got the bread here. He gave me my half. And then he was like, come on, let's go shopping. So we went to Steinway. We bought mad shit. We went to Jamaica Ave, bought mad jewelry and shit. Like, we were just happy to have that bread and like, you know, we felt we made it. All right, we got this money. We got a record deal. We made it. But little did we know it'd take a lot more.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Than that, just to have some jewelry and fly new clothes or whatever. Like,
sure.
How did you guys connect?
Me and Hab met in high school art and design. We went to high school in Manhattan.
R.I.P. to that school.
Yeah, it's still there.
Oh, it's still there?
Yeah, they read.
Oh, I know they would say I know a friend that goes there, and he was saying they were getting rid of it.
Yeah, they rebuilt it.
Okay.
They like tore it down and then rebuilt it.
Oh, that's what they, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, we met there in about, it was like 89, 90 when we met. And yeah, he was already in the school for a year. He was like a grade ahead of me.
Right.
He was going for architecture. And I went for drawing, like cartooning and like clothing design.
Right.
And we had a mutual friend in my photography class. You know, that was one of my classes in school. One of my mans, Black from the Bronx. We got cool in class, and he was cool with Havoc, and he knew I rap. He knew Hav rap. Me and Havoc were both real short for our age. So, you know, he was like, yo, I think y'all should get together and start a group. Y'all would look dope together, and you should meet Havoc. So he introduced us, and we just been cool from there. But a funny story is, you know, I used to have mad jury in school. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
in high school?
Yeah, in high school. Like, I already had the jewels and all that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I was doing some other things.
Sure.
So,
allegedly. So
I had, like, you know, bracelets, rings on every finger.
You fuck with the 4-finger ring?
Nah, I never had a 4-finger ring.
What about the gold front with I had the joints with the stencil, so I missed you show your tooth, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it's like the open face. Like,
yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I had, you know, the gold teeth, all the little Playboy bunny, the different designs.
What about kicks?
Ben symbol.
What type of kicks were y'all
back
copping
then? It was like Diodoras and like spot belts. You know what I'm saying? Word.
Saucony.
Yeah.
Elise, you fuck with Elise back then?
Yeah, I had a pair of Elise.
Or Avia, remember Avia?
I never had Avias, but I had
Puma.
I had Etonics.
Okay,
I had
Etonics, yeah.
Etonics when they first came out. But yeah, so a funny story. The reason why Black was gonna try to introduce me to Havoc, because they was trying to set me up to rob me.
Wow.
Really? What
like
the fuck?
They was scheming on me, like, you know what I'm saying? So they was like, the plan was, I don't know what the exact plan was, but the plan was to get me somewhere and rob me. You know what I mean? But when me and Had met, I actually met him and he was fighting somebody. Like after school, we were supposed to meet. I get outside to meet him. I'm like, where this nigga at? And my man Black, like, there you go right there. He was in the middle of a fight. He fighting this dude. This dude pulled out a knife on Hav and tried to stab him. Almost stabbed him.
Damn.
But it went through his lever. People got the knife from the kid. Hav beat the kid up. And then, you know, we all went to the train station. We started kicking it on the train. I told him my family was from Ravenswood because my mother's mother lives in Ravenswood projects. And Havoc's mother's mother lived in Ravenswood projects, which is down the block from Queensbridge. So we had something in common right away. And I guess, I don't know, they figured I was cool, whatever. They seen how I was or whatever, and they changed their mind.
But they told you they told you this?
Later on
a few years later.
Yo, that's fucking.
Not like next day, like, no. I was gonna rob you yesterday, but you mad cool. You good.
Yeah, that was like a few years later, they was like, yo, son, we was gonna rob you that day.
But you guys were both into like art, so how did you transition into the music?
The music was already there because I was already signed. I had to deal with Jive Records. You know what I mean? I had a song that came out on the Boys in the Hood soundtrack my first year of high school. It was called Too Young with this group called High Five. It was an R&B group. And so when I met Hav, I already had that song out in the movie. And Hav was already into music because of Tragedy from Queensbridge. Trag was like Hav mentor and was like pushing him to write. So when we met each other, we was already, you know what I mean, pursuing music on our own, individually. And then we just put it together, like, you know.
Yeah, and I know that you got into production. Like, it's funny because I know that when y'all got signed, I heard you always talk about that you didn't have a lot of money.
No.
So you couldn't afford these producers that were charging like $25. Who were some of the producers that you would have wanted at that time?
We wanted to get, you know, like the top producers at that time was like at that moment it was like Pete Rock, Large Professor, Q-Tip.
Which you wound up doing stuff with?
Yeah, Premier, DJ Premier. You know, that's to name a few. But you know, the only people we could really get was Tip, Large Professor and Premier.
Yeah, but before that, I remember you saying that, you just didn't get hit off with a lot of money. You couldn't afford that type of producers. So you wound up learning on your own. And I'll be honest with you, that shit really like sounded really super dope to me, because I was like, yo, here's some kids that got signed, right? Can't afford to, bust out a big paycheck for some of these top producers.
Right.
Force themselves to learn producing.
Hey, forced ourselves. Nobody even taught us how to anything.
And you
Just
taught
trial and error.
Have how to do producing too, right?
Yeah.
And meanwhile, I mean, low key, I think he's underrated. Have made a lot of dope beats.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I mean, he made shook ones, no?
Mm-hmm. Yep, he made shook. He made most of our albums.
Yeah.
Was produced by Havoc. You know what I'm saying? 90% of Mobb Deep music, I would say maybe more than 90, maybe 95, 96%. Is all produced by Havoc.
That's crazy to think, and you got to owe that probably to not having the money to go out and get these producers. Because think about it, if this was this day and age, y'all may have said, hey, we just rap and get lazy with it, because your advance would have been bigger. You could afford producers. That may never happen if you think about it.
Yeah, I mean, back then the equipment wasn't too much. You know what I mean? $300 for a little 8-track recorder, I think it was, and like.
Where'd you go buy the equipment?
At Sam Goody or Sam Ash.
Sam Ash. Yep, Sam Ash. Yeah.
Yeah, Sam Ash on Queens Boulevard.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
We're gonna bounce all around from the beginning of Prodigy, Mobb Deep. Just everything from the cookbook to the other book. But as we talk about shook ones, I remember hearing you say that almost wasn't actually a thing.
Yeah. Because
tell us about that.
When Have make beats, he makes them so fast. Like, he's like one of the fastest producers I've ever seen. Like, and I guess he picked it up from watching Large Professor make beats super fast on that old, I think it was the SP or something like that he was using. But Have, he got his own style. He make beats real fast. So he's the type of person, he don't really, like his own shit. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he'll make some and then he'll be like, I ain't really feeling it. But everybody else love it. You know what I mean? So you gotta always be around Have to make sure he don't get rid of nothing. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes he need that push, like, yo, nah, you bugging, son.
Yeah.
It's fire.
Yeah.
Super fire. Like, you know what I mean? So we were out on the block one day in Queensbridge, and me and Twin and a couple other dudes, we was like, yo, let's go check on Have, see what Have doing. So we went upstairs to the apartment. Have was in there making a beat. When we walked in, it was the Shook Ones beat, and we was like, whoa, this shit, this is fire right here. And he had stopped it, and he was like, yeah, I'm about to erase and start another one though. And we was like, nah, chill, son, that's fire, chill. Don't erase it, just save it and then make another one. So we always had to remind Have, save the beats verse, like, you know what I mean? He does it now though, but he still got that same mentality, like, I ain't really feeling that.
No, but if you think about it, like shook ones, for what we know, man, that shit almost could have not been a thing.
Yeah, I mean, it happens. Yeah.
No, but you think about that, and what's dope too? I like the way you mentioned about Have and how he acts, because I feel like a lot of people act that way. Like, even sometimes I struggle with that. Like, I try to stay humble to anything I do.
Right.
So the point I'm making is, like, there's a difference between being cocky and being confident.
Right.
So I struggle with even that sometimes, and I know that you spoke about that. Yeah.
Me too. You know what I'm saying? So I'll write a verse or make a song or something, and I gotta hear other people's opinion about it. You know what I mean? I think everybody is like that. Some people are cocky or whatever. They think everything they do is dope, but for the most part, I think a lot of people are like that. They need to hear they need that encouragement. Like, nah, it's good, yo. You know what I mean?
And if you keep good people around you, that let you know what's up, that's the most important thing.
Yeah, you don't want no yes men. Just be like, yeah, nah, yeah.
Nah, today that happens so much though. I feel
you need people to be like,
I always say
that again.
I always say you need somebody to tell you that you got a booger on your nose. Like, yo, and then you could be like, oh shit. Thank you, man. Just so you straight when you move around other people.
I'm that friend.
Okay, see, that's why you're my friend.
Yeah. When you guys decided, because you guys were really successful as a duo, when you decided to kind of transition into your own solo, was that an easy transition, or was it kind of like a tug of war?
Nah, it was pretty easy. The reason why I did that is because I learned from watching RZA and
Wu-Tang.
Watching the Wu do their business. They a little bit older than us, so you know, their mentality was a little older than us. So hanging out in the Loud office, that was like our hangout spot, like, you know what I'm saying? And them dudes used to come in there and, you know, them niggas wasn't hanging out. Them niggas was going in the office, handling shit, be in the office with Steve Rifkin for 2 hours, you know what I mean? And sometimes I'll be smoking weed with Raekwon and Ghost outside, and they would just tell me, like, yo, son, make sure y'all talking to Steve about this. Make sure y'all talking to the radio department, the video department, marketing, everything. You know what I mean? Don't just come up here, like, make sure these niggas is handling y'all project. Right. You know what I'm saying? And I learned a lot from watching them and them schooling us, like, you know what I mean? And I just seen how they had a deal with Loud, and then they broke it down and each member had a separate deal somewhere else. So they were getting multiple checks, you know what I mean? So I looked at that and I was like, well, we in the studio making so much music, we got so much work, because, you know, me and Have like workhorses, man. Right. We don't play. And it's like music's just sitting around. I'm like, why not, if we've been dropping a Mobb Deep album like every 2 years, why not put something in between that and get it another check, you know what I mean? So that's why I did it, you know what I mean? It had nothing to do with P going solo, you know what I'm saying? He think he better than, you know what I mean, the group or some shit like that. Nah, it wasn't nothing like that. It was just my hustle mentality that I picked up from watching these niggas, you know what I mean, hustling in the office.
Yeah, and it's important to have mentors like that, you know what I mean?
Hell
like,
yeah.
Like you think about it, the Wu or Ray or anybody, just in general, if people have somebody that's been there before, they help you out because they'll let you know what they didn't do.
Yeah,
and they'll put you on, you know, to help you out. But let's take it back even further. Growing up, like, you know, I know you had a great relationship with Pops, man.
Yeah.
Tell us about the Pops.
Yeah, my Pops, man, he was definitely an interesting character, man. Like, he was like a man of many hats. Like, you know, he was in Vietnam and like, he was a Green Beret. He was a paratrooper, so he used to jump out and save POWs and stuff like that. And he had a dojo. He was a karate teacher. He had a dojo on Jamaica Avenue for many years after that. And he was also a computer genius. My Pops was like on computers, writing programs when I was like 5.
God damn.
So that's like in the 80s, early 80s, like, you know what I'm saying?
Windows?
So yeah, my Pops, actually, he was so nice with it. There was this school in Hempstead called TCI, and it was like, I forget what TCI means, but it's like some technology.
Technical school, like, yeah,
something like that. So my Pops, you know, he graduated like head of the class. He became like one of the teachers there. He was actually in the commercial on TV, and he got so good at it that later on in life, when Bill Gates created Microsoft, they sent it to my father. He was one of the first ones to test it for him.
Really?
To test Windows for Bill Gates. You know what I mean? To see how the program runs and tell him, like, you could change this and needs this to be changed.
That's dope.
Yeah, crazy.
And Pops had the crazy gun collection.
Yeah.
How early? Did Pops give you a gun at 7, man?
Yeah, my Pops was like in the military, so he was on his gun. He was on his weapon shit. It wasn't just guns. My Pops had bow and arrows, crossbows, like
nunchucks,
BB guns,
Chinese stars.
Yeah, I was about to go with that next, like
all that. He was nice with the hand-to-hand combat and the weapons.
You know, it's funny because I seen some guy at this gun club in Jersey, and his son was with him. And just because, you know, I have a daughter, she's going to be 17, but my son's 2. He's going to be 2.
Right.
So I'm just thinking from a son's perspective, now that I get to live this life all over again with a son and grow up a son. And I was like, yo, he shoots with you?
Right.
And he's like, yeah. I was like, how old is he? And he was like,
6.
8. And I was 8. So I was like, really? And then he told me something that really stuck with me. He's like, yo, I want to teach him to respect a gun at an early age, not fear it.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you're supposed to do. That's what you're supposed to do. If you have kids in the house, and you're a homeowner and you own a gun, which is your legal right as a homeowner to protect, you know what I mean, your household and your family, they tell you, that's the first thing that they tell you. They ask you have kids in the house, and they tell you when your kid is old enough, you have to bring them to the range if there's a gun in the house. Because if you don't, you know, then they'll be curious if they find a gun, and they'll play with it thinking it's a toy or something, like thinking it's a game. But if you bring them, you know, once they get old enough to understand and once they get old enough to hold and fire a weapon, when you bring them to the gun range and teach them how to shoot the gun, which is, legal gun in your house, I ain't talking about on the street buying a gun. I'm talking about if you own a rifle or a shotgun or some type of gun in the house, you're supposed to bring your kid when he's at that age or she's at that age, bring them to the gun range, show them the power of that weapon. They need to feel and see the power of the weapon, and they'll be scared to touch it after that.
Yeah, I tell you, even thinking about growing up my daughter, and I know you have a teenage daughter. Or she's older than, how old is she now?
My daughter's 17.
17, yeah. I remember speaking to Clark Kent, and when she was getting older, and I was like, yo, how do I speak to about having sex? Like about just because I knew I had to have the conversation, but I was a little nervous. I remember him telling me years ago, he was like, keep it 100. Right? He's like, yo, and that shit was hard for me to do, but back to having mentors and people that that been there before, that could let you know, like you were talking about with Ray and Wu, what's your approach even on like growing up a daughter, man? Because I know that shit ain't easy, man.
It's definitely not, and I agree with Clark. You know what I'm saying? You definitely got to keep it 100, man. It's just like, it's like raising a boy. Like, it's like the same thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't really treat them any different. You know what I mean? You can't hide things from them. Just be real. Like, you know what I mean? Because if not, then you going to bump into some trouble. Because they're going to sneak around. I mean, any kid, boy or girl, you know what I mean, is going to sneak around and do shit if you're not telling them, you know what I mean? And if they can't, if your daughter feels scared, or if your son feels scared to talk to you about certain things, they're going to hide things from you. You know what I'm saying? So you want to have that open relationship where they're able to conversate with you and not be scared to talk to you about anything.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. You told me that your daughter didn't want to go to high school anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And at first you were like not feeling it, and then she said she was going to do it online.
Yeah.
And then you agreed to it, man. Like, what was that process like?
Yeah, I mean, me, when I was in high school, it was pretty wild. I bought my first gun in high school.
I would definitely believe it.
In the lunchroom,
At Art and Design?
Yeah, they used to sell guns.
Oh
they used to
God. It's East Side High.
We used to get our haircuts in the lunchroom. They used to sell mad drugs, mess tabs, acid.
Tattoos?
Nah, no tattoos.
Okay.
But they had that.
Right.
I bought my first gun in school. You know what I mean? I bought my first hard drugs in high school in the lunchroom.
Damn.
We used to take acid, all that, mess tabs, all that shit.
Whitenings?
School, high school is like, you at that age, you're a teenager, you feel like you're an adult, you out on your own, going to school by yourself, you know what I mean? So it was like, it's a crazy time in your life, where a lot of responsibilities, like you out on your own, and it's a time where you can get in a lot of trouble. You meeting friends, and they using drugs, drinking, and doing all kinds of wild stuff. Hooky parties, cutting out of school. So it's a crazy time in life when you're dealing with high school. So I understood when she came up to me one day. She was like, "I don't like going to this school," and I was like, "Why?" She was like, "Yo, they having sex in the staircase. They using drugs, they smoking weed in the staircase. I don't like the girls. The girls are jealous of me. It's mad fights and all that." So I understood what she was saying, but then she was like, "I want to go to online school." You know what I mean? And I was like, "Where you hear that from?" She was like, "The Kardashians." I was like, man, let me think about this for a minute. Like,
thanks, Kylie.
She was like, "Yeah, Kylie or one of them. I don't know." She was like, she seen it on the show, whatever they was doing the online high school. So I thought about it for a minute, and I was talking to her moms about it and my family about it, and I came to the conclusion, what really made me agree was I started thinking about when I was in high school. So I could just only imagine how it is now. You know what I mean? So I was like, you know what? I'd rather her, go to online high school and be safe,
right,
and not be around certain people and experimenting with drugs, and because you can get bad influences, just from having the wrong friends or being around the wrong people, a lot of peer pressure, you know what I mean? So I think it was, a good idea for her to go to online high school.
Yeah, no, to me, it really is amazing how life works. Because even how you say, I keep on harping on this mentor shit or just having people around you. You talk about peer pressure. and just listening to you over the years, hearing you do on different platforms and just stuff like that. You said something that stuck with me where you were like, when you were growing up, being in the street and shit, hanging out, smoking or whatever, dudes in the hood were like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? Like y'all made some music, like get the fuck up out of here. And I've seen that for myself where people will be like, yo, what are you hanging out for? You a smart kid, like almost kind of telling me, I mean, not in that way, but kind of telling me like, yo, we good here. We ain't good. This is what we chose, and this is where we staying. But you got a chance.
Right.
I mean, like, yo, honestly, not only was that dope for you, let us know how that was for you, but more so, that shit doesn't happen that often in this world anymore.
Real. That's real. I mean, there was times like 2 a.m, me and my friends hanging out in the hood, we breaking into buildings, stealing all kinds of shit, just doing it for nothing. Like, all right, we're going to steal all this stuff and sell some fax machines, sell some clocks and phones and bullshit and get some weed money and go buy some sneakers or something. So we were coming out, we had broken to this place, we were coming out with like shopping carts full of shit. And we was walking down the hill in Queensbridge. And one of the older dudes out there, he was like a respected, street nigga, like drug dealer nigga. Everybody know him, everybody respect him. And he was like, yo, Pete, what the fuck are you doing? Come here real quick. And I'm like, what's up? I'm high, drunk, we wilding. He like, let me sit down, let me talk to you. He like, yo, what you doing? What you doing right now? And I was like, we just stole a bunch of shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? We about to go stash the shit and sell it later. He like, what the fuck are you doing? Chill, man. He like, yo, you and Have make dope music. Y'all good. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like, I like y'all music. Y'all doing good. Y'all got something going for yourself. Like, don't be out here with these niggas, like, these knuckleheads. Let these niggas get in trouble, man. That ain't your life, man. Stay away from all of that shit, man. Don't be running around with these niggas. Actually, one of his boys, when I was walking with the shopping cart, and we had like 3 shopping carts. My other dudes was ahead of me. I'm walking with the other shopping cart behind. And this kid I'm talking about, one of his mans grabbed the shopping cart and was like, yo, give me this shit. So we started arguing. And I'm like, what the fuck you doing? So then my man seen it, and he stopped the argument, and he was like, yo, come here, let me talk to you. That's when he sat me down and was like, yo, listen, don't be doing this shit, man. You know what I mean? You and Have got a dope career. You're doing good for yourself. And this is before, anything was popping. People in the hood just knew the music we was making, because we would come back with our demo tapes and play it for everybody. So they knew we had something going for ourselves, and he was just like, yo, man, get your shit together, man. Don't be running around here with these knuckleheads. You know what I mean? So I always remember that. That always stuck with me, like, you know what I mean? To see somebody like him tell me that, you know what I mean? That always stuck with me, like, because he out there doing his thing, hustling.
He didn't have to do that.
Yeah, he out there busting his gun, all that. They getting in their shit, you know what I'm saying? And he telling me to chill.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I always just took that, and I was like, damn, that's what's up.
You ever get a chance to do that to somebody else later on?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Especially my son. You know what I mean? Especially my son. Because there was a moment my son was wilding. How
old is he?
He's 20.
You were going to have to get Jeezy on him when Jeezy got his son. So,
yeah, man, my son was wilding for a minute. But, I had to sit him down and have that conversation a few times. But not just him. I had that conversation with a lot of other people. You know what I mean? A lot of other younger dudes that, just wilding. You know what I mean? And I could just see where that was going to go, where that was going to lead to. And, always remember what my homie Rap told me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think it's just so important because when you, especially how me and you bond too about over prison, and we just talk about really when you come home to stay home, but also make something out of it. Like, people don't even know how many creative people are away. Like we was talking about, but yo, honestly, there should be Mrs. Arts and Crafts in jail because that's how talented dudes are in there. Dudes can make things out of soap. Dudes can draw. Look. This is one thing I love about even Prodigy, that he was away, but then made a cookbook, a prison cookbook, off of being away. See, to me, that's the shit that's dope. Like, okay, so I was away, and if some America wants to look at it like he'd been to prison, like it's a bad thing, but here's the thing: turning your life around, and then making things out of it. That's a great thing to me, man.
Hell yeah, make something good out of that bad experience, like
Yo, tell people that don't know, how talented are people in jail?
and you got all kinds of talent, bro. Basketball players, rappers, singers,
domino players,
yeah, chess players, artists, like, you know, drawing. You got all kinds of, you know, talented people in there that, you know, they made a mistake. They landed in jail, and they got to, you know, pay for what they did. You know what I mean? But there's a lot of dope rappers in there, for sure. Everybody rapping, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Now, throughout, I know that they had you all over the place when you were away. But was there any time that you were ever in pop around?
The only time that I was, like, close to something, like, pop was, like, probably, like, Rikers Island. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
Going through Rikers. But, nah, they always, you know, I was high profile.
Yeah, they have you in NIC.
Yeah, so I went straight to NIC because I came in from the hospital. You know what I mean? Because I had to make sure I was going to get my medicine in there.
That's right. You have sickle cell, right?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I already know what it's like to be locked up. You know what I mean? Because I've been locked up before the fame and all of that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I've been in Nassau County. You know what I mean? Not some serious time, but I've been in Nassau County for a couple of weeks. You know what I mean? And I got sick in there, and it was bad. You know what I mean? So I always remembered that. And I was like, nah, that's not, if I got to do 3 years, I'm going to make sure they give me my medicine. And the only way to make sure that they was giving me my medicine, I had to come in to start my time from the hospital.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I had to play the game. You know what I mean?
Because they don't give a fuck. Yeah, because
hell no.
I've seen people with diabetes in there. They says, listen, you wait until we open the cell.
That's crazy.
Until we fucking come. Yeah.
I'm glad I did it too, because I was able to get my, you know what I mean, my medication every day.
Yeah.
Even if I didn't needed it. You know what I mean? Because I only need, what I take is pain medicine.
Okay.
That's it. There's no other medication for sickle cell.
Percocets,
morphine, like anything that's
what
pain
milligram
medicine.
on the Percocet? I need one of those.
Like 10.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yo, let me tell you something. I got my wisdom tooth pulled, and they gave me some Percocets. Yo, I took one of them shits. I melted into the bed. Yo, I swear to God, that shit was like a marshmallow.
Yeah,
I was like sitting there like, oh, shit.
That shit is no joke. Them shit is strong. People be ODing over that shit. Like, that shit is no joke.
Yo, pills is the new crack game. Ain't that crazy?
Yeah, it is.
You think about it. Like, a pill dealer makes it just as much as, say, a crack dealer made in shit.
I made thousands of dollars selling my pills. Hell yeah.
So you don't need them on a daily?
Nah, only when I'm sick.
Yeah.
But the jail didn't know that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But something that's great about you is that you never allowed that sickness to hinder or halt your pursuit. Like, what gave you strength?
Just, you know, my love for hip hop and my drive and just passion for wanting to succeed. You know what I mean? Like, I just wanted to win. I wanted to win, and I wasn't taking no for an answer.
Was there ever like a show or something that you couldn't do because you were sick?
Yeah, definitely. Plenty of them.
Like a lot?
Plenty of them. Especially when I was younger and I didn't realize that all my drinking and bad diet and all that stuff was affecting my sickle cell. I didn't realize that until I got into like my mid-20s. You know what I mean? Then I started realizing from learning, from reading, that, you know, diet controls
everything.
Any kind of health problems.
Everything.
You know what I'm saying?
How's it doing today?
It's doing good, man. Like, you know, I eat good, you know.
Are you like cutting anything out, like meat? Do you eat meat? Are you juicing?
Recently, I've been eating red meat and
really, but you stopped that for a minute, no?
Yeah, I stopped for like years, a long time. But I've been like recently, I don't eat red meat like that. You know what I'm saying? Like every so often. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm about to get back on my regimen because I don't have a choice. Like,
but you got this cookbook and it has some great recipes in it that you could like mess with, right?
Yeah, hell yeah, I could eat everything in that book.
Right.
You know
what inspired you to do that? Were you cooking when you in there? Or are these like recipes of some of your like fellow inmates?
So basically, you know, this book right here, the cookbook, is just everything that we would make in the prison. You know what I mean? Everything that I would like to make, and it was some recipes in there also that shit that I didn't make. That's what the chapter is called. Like, you know what I mean? Shit that I never ate, but you might like it. Like, you know what I'm saying? But
like the fake ass pad thai.
Yeah, stuff like that, and like, you know.
But you definitely made the barbecue. I had barbecue salmon, and
I want this pie.
The barbecue salmon is slamming.
Yeah, yo, and I'll tell you, it's funny because we were talking with college. The dorm is the same lifestyle as jail because they use, when you go to jail, for internets that don't know, You get there's a toaster and a microwave. So there is heaven on earth made if you have the right people and you're getting the right packages sent to you. Yo, that was the first time when I was away where I learned the word hermetically sealed.
Yep.
I never knew what the fuck. I went down. I was like, yo, how do I get my family to send me a package? They're like, it couldn't be no more than 30 pounds or something like that. And they were like, and make sure it's hermetically sealed. I was like, what the fuck did he just say? So I went back, grabbed a dictionary, I'm looking through hermetically sealed. And then I was like, yo, let me just ask somebody in this joint. I'm like, what is hermetically sealed? Hermetically is like it's sealed, like where it's not even open. Like it's got to be, what is that?
It's like where you can't. They don't want to make. They want to make sure there's no weapons or drugs coming into jail. It's like sneaking in the food. So they want to make sure it's like professionally sealed from the factory sealed. Like, you know what I mean?
All the products that are inside the box.
Yeah, the stuff.
Yeah, or the meats.
Right.
You know?
The stuff that you get from your package.
Right.
It has to be like
hermetically sealed.
Hermetically sealed. Professionally, like you can't have no. It can't just open mad easy. You ain't gonna get that in.
Right.
Yeah. And one thing I loved was that, see, I didn't have, sometimes I would get my mother to send me the time. Like, we used to have pot. So, for instance, for internets that know and know me, they know I always talk about Sunday's baked chicken in prison. Right? Now, I used to go get the baked chicken, but then put it in other things that we used to make. Right? But more so, I was always used to eating pasta on Sundays when I was home. So, I never forget when I wanted to, like that's the thing some people don't realize. In jail, it may be different, but I was living the lifestyle that I wanted to live just by being around the right people and having the right things. So I would have somebody like, I didn't have the wooden spoon, but there was somebody who had a spoon, you know? Then there was somebody who had mozzarella cheese, and I was able to have this. And we would make the macaroni, we make and yo, I'll tell you one thing, man. Spanish dudes, man, in there, yo, they would,
They make a coquito?
Nah, man, yo. They would cut up with the can. You know how they use the can opener to use this as a slicer?
The can top.
The can top, yo. Motherfucker was cutting garlic like he had a fucking Ginsu knife.
Yeah, I mean food in jail, man. It's nothing else to do in prison. Like, you know what I mean? You can use the phone, you can watch TV, you can read, you can work out, you can cook. You know what I mean? Maybe play some cards. So it's like, why not cook and eat good? Like, you know what I mean? So we would really like focus on that. Like that, we would make some shit in there. Like, you know what I mean? We would really take our time and, you know, share ideas and recipes and, you know what I mean? Like spend our time cooking and taking care of, you know, how we eat. We were eating good, making sure that we eating good every day.
Was anybody trying to spit for you in there?
Every day. Every day. That shit was annoying.
You had to get tired of that shit.
Yeah, that shit was
yo.
annoying,
I can imagine it. Yo, P. Let me, I thought of something last night. Let me hit you with it right quick. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. I could just imagine if they had me in General Pop.
Oh, my God.
Come on, man. I would be getting into fights with niggas. Like, get the fuck out my face, dog.
I
don't want to hear you shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's too much.
Yo, internet, let me tell you something. The commissary kitchen, first of all, you wrote another book too. Yeah. Was it the infamous?
My Infamous Life.
Yeah, I mean that's another dope book. But internet,
autobiography.
This book, Commissary Kitchen, My Infamous Prison Cookbook. Let me tell you something. The pictures alone, the recipes in there, like yo, what's that? Macaroni and salad with apples.
Yeah, macaroni salad with apples. That's like one of my favorites in there.
Yeah, when you just came home, I remember you saying that you were making that shit for your family, and they're like, "What?" Like, kind of like you're like, "What the fuck is this?" But yo, can you make some more? Like, you know, you were making the barbecue salmon, the macaroni salad with apples.
What fucks everybody head up, like when I make this stuff for people at home, is when I make the barbecue salmon and they see me putting octopus in it. Like, they're not used to it.
Yeah. I mean, octopus was so good, man.
Hell yeah.
Like, yo, check the internet.
Where you get octopus? They just send you, like, in a can?
Nah, you can buy it in commissary.
Yeah, commissary.
It comes in a little can.
Yeah. Okay, kind of like the sardine situation, kind of like that can.
Yeah, and something I didn't know until I went away was that a lot of canned things come in pouches. Like, I never knew that, like, tuna. Like, I never knew that tuna came in pouches until I was away. Like, even, like, smoked baby clams when I was in Rikers, they had that in a pouch.
Yep.
But, yo, internets, listen. This book, if you like recipes, if you like to cook, if you about that, you got to eat this life. Go out there, cop it. Fuck it. Is it on Barnes and Nobles?
Yeah, BarnesandNoble.com. I got the
Amazon.
I got the audio version on iTunes.
Because some of y'all don't know how to read. Don't worry, he got y'all. I mean?
Shit. Well, let me tell you something. I love this one. Peas Jailbreak. Ready? You know what it is? Ramen noodles, Doritos. But listen, you could also substitute with Cheez-Its or sliced cheese, canned sausage, and hot sauce. Yo, let me tell you something.
It's all about that hot sauce.
Let me tell you something. Miss, listen, when I was in there for cheese, that's what I learned. I crumbled up the Cheez-Its. Yo, putting Cheez-Its on something and substitute of cheese, like that's the one thing. Let me tell you something. I'm not glorifying jail. I'm saying I made a mistake. P made a mistake. Or we knew what we were doing. We just got in trouble.
You got in trouble.
But here's the thing.
That's a mistake.
No, but here's the dope thing. To substitute and live life, to adjust. Because it's not easy to adjust.
Right.
To adjust and live that lifestyle. Like, for instance, I love mozzarella. But while I was away, I had to have Cheez-It. And I couldn't comprehend how I'm going to crush Cheez-Its, crackers, to become cheese.
I mean, you got to do what you got to do for the circumstance you in. Like, you know, you had no choice. A lot of people, I read a lot of the comments on Instagram, Facebook, and all that, and they be like, yo, why would I want to buy a book about cooking prison food? You know what I'm saying? And my response to that is, I made this book just to share my experience with people, you know what I mean, to show you what I had to do to try to eat as healthy as possible in there. And, you know, also shed some light on how foul the prison food, the actual prison food, the 3 meals they feed you every day, how foul that is. Like, you know, there's a big thing going on with, like, prison reform right now. And food is a major part of that.
People going on strike because
they're not eating.
Yeah.
Food is a major part of prison reform. You know what I'm saying? So that was one of the reasons why I made the book, too, just to shed some light and start that conversation, get people talking about it, and, you know, help some of that reform happen also. You know
and it
what
also
I mean?
shows the creativity of the people on the inside, like how amazing they are for making a way out of no way.
Sure.
And not only that, a lot of the recipes in the book, you could substitute. You don't have to make stuff out of can. You know, you out in the world, you reading this book, you can go to the fresh, you know, supermarket, get you a fresh salmon, use the same exact, you know, steps, but use fresh stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I need all of y'all fellas to get this book because y'all have to cook for y'all girls. Don't always let the female. And he made it so easy. Like each recipe has like no more than like 8 ingredients. Like y'all can't get this wrong.
Yep,
it's very easy for you guys.
And
I'm ready.
It's good for the college students too. It's like dormitory style. You know what I mean?
And the first time chef, like the bitches that's talking about, oh, I don't know how to cook. I just make reservations. Bitch, this is it. Right in time for the holidays. A pie is on the front.
And keep in mind, how many different people, I mean, I say to myself, where you just don't know what to cook some days.
Right.
Like, what do I cook or what do I eat? And if you're ordering out, it gets to become the same thing.
Right.
I mean, I order out, but then I get tired of that. I cook, I get tired of that. So it's a circle of life, you know, and I think that I call these concoctions. Don't ask me to spell it, but that's what I call it. When I was away, this is the stuff I used to make was concoctions.
Yeah, man.
Like, you know, so, but you know what? You did make a great point, and we spoke about this before, me and you. Prison, it's people think that just because you're in prison, you're supposed to live like you know, like hell,
like an animal.
Yeah, like an animal. You know, like anybody who's been to Rikers Island, man. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you how foul prison is. If you ever had their fruit punch in Rikers Island, if you pour that joint on the floor, it'll stain the whole floor. Stain it. That shit'll never come up off that floor. And I'm talking about like fucking linoleum, or they don't have linoleum, right? Because tile, whatever the fuck it is.
It's bad, man.
But what I'm saying is, picture that.
If
that could stain that fucking tile like that, imagine what it does to your fucking, you know. And that's one thing I do commend you on that, P, because you know, dealing with sickle cell and dealing with just trying to be healthy. That's something that's not almost possible, and you were able to find a way, and then really share this, you know, with this infamous prison cookbook with us later on.
In prison, it's like, you know, a lot of the inmates, they don't have family to send them a package every month.
Yeah.
A lot of the inmates don't have money on their books. You know what I mean? So they're forced to eat the prison food every day. You know what I mean? I was one of the lucky ones that I got family. You know what I mean? They could send me a package. I got family. They could put money on my books. I got friends, put money on my books. There's a few other inmates in there, you know, that got the same thing. But I've seen inmates, they don't get no letters.
Damn.
They don't got no money on their books. They don't got no package coming. So they eating this prison food every day. And they relying on the job money. Because in prison you have to have a job every day. And they relying on this job money to fill up their books so they can buy food off a commissary or buy cigarettes or whatever they want. And it's like they only pay you like 10 cents a day or something like that. So it's like that's another reason why they need that prison reform, because people they want to get paid higher, like you know what I mean? Because the 13th Amendment of the Constitution says that slavery is still legal if you're locked up, if you're incarcerated. Right. So they can just make you work. You know what I mean? You have to work. You don't have a choice.
Yep, and a lot of these major corporations are paying that labor, like Victoria's Secret and Target. Like, they have the inmates making their product for 10 cents. And
I get it. Like, I get it. You locked up. You got to pay your debt to society. You know what I'm saying? But, that needs to be reformed a little bit. There needs to be some type of reform.
Right, we're still human beings.
Yeah, this is 2017 almost.
Right.
Things got to change, man. Things that even I spoke about it many times before, Lissa, where even the church, like a Catholic church, like, I had my son baptized. I couldn't get, my sister's gay. She's married to a girl. They don't accept that. The priests don't get married. They're touching little boys out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, like the point I'm making is that as we keep on going, the years keep on going by, things need to change.
Yeah, right. Progress.
There you go.
Laws change all the time. Like, the Constitution, it's constantly like, what's the right word I'm looking for? Like
evolving.
Evolving. You know what I'm saying? Black people was looked at as only like 2% of a human being.
Right.
They changed that in the Constitution after time. Certain things just change over time. And this is one of the things that need to be changed. So, that was like really one of the main reasons I wrote this book, just to shed some light, start some conversation on that, and, help usher that change in.
As it's needed. You know what? Let's take a break. We'll come back. Bandana P is in the motherfucking building.
Yeah.
Internets, don't go nowhere. You listen to the Premium P Show with Miss Lissa Knows. Be right back.
Ow.
CHEA.
This is Milk D, a.k.a. Milk is Chillin'. Right now, you're checking out the Premium Pete Show with Miss Lissa Knows. What more can I say?
Ow. This episode is sponsored by the good folks at Bevel.
Listen, Bevel is offering their first month free, okay? Head on over to getbevel.com/Pete to find out what you could get. Because Bevel, let me tell you something. Not only do you shave smarter with Bevel, okay, but it's clinically proven, okay, to not have any
all that ugly shit on
no
your
razor
face.
Bumps, no nothing.
You don't want to have crater face when you trying to, be smooth on a bitch. You got to have that good baby bottom booty cheeks.
And you want it to be smooth.
Yeah.
Okay? Let me tell you something. Smooth. When you get that shave, that smooth shave, Bevel is cutting edge. Internet, head on over to getbevel.com/Pete. First month free. And I told you, it's holiday time. If you love your man, get him a Bevel. If you love your woman, get him a Bevel. And if you love your grandmother, get her a Bevel.
Get everybody a damn Bevel. They're giving you some money off. Just go to getbevel.com right now and load up on all your stocking stuffers. Ow.
Now let's get back to the show. CHEA. Internets, and we're back sitting here with Bandana P, Prodigy.
Yes, sir.
HNIC.
Ow, you still break bread, ribs, and $100 bills?
$100 bills.
Perfect. Let me hold on.
4 wheels.
And your chain, what does your chain do?
My chain hang down on my dick. My piece bang glass tables.
Yo, wait. First of all, how good was the weed for you to fucking come up with a line like that? Honestly.
I mean, that shit just really happened because me and Hav used to have this crib together, the Mobb Deep house. And we had this big-ass glass kitchen table, and we all used to sit around and eat. And every time I used to get up, by mistake, my fucking medallion would bang the shit out the table. And I'd be like, oh, shit, I almost broke the table just now. So it just
came like that?
Naturally, yeah.
Do you write your shit down or it just comes to your head?
Nah, I'm a writer.
Yeah.
Definitely a writer.
So you got books?
Yeah, I got books and books and books.
Now, do you think about, I know a lot of rappers think about, like, if they have a gun, so they want to have content.
Right.
Do you make music like that for, just in case if anything ever happened? Just so they could always put something out, you know what I mean?
Nah, I never really thought like that. I just
like making your own will. It's like a rapper's will.
Yeah, I never thought to do that.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you do it.
Yeah. Maybe.
Damn, he stayed trying to kill somebody. Speaking of dead rappers, so one of the noted beefs was between, I guess, Tupac and Everybody.
Right.
And when his song "Hit 'Em Up" dropped, How did you feel having your name dropped on that song?
When he did that, I was just like, oh, word? All right, let's go then. You know
and Hail Mary too, right? And Hail Mary.
Time to go. Like
he
let's
kept
do
saying, like, guess how it felt like it was like a real issue. Was it like an issue on your side, or do you feel like he was just like going off and kind of like shooting it like whoever?
Nah, I think he was definitely focused on particular individuals.
Right.
He wasn't just going at everybody. He had like certain people in mind or whatever. He named exactly who he was talking about.
Yeah.
But I knew what it was about. You know what I mean? It was over the song with Mobb Deep and the song that Snoop and Dog Pound had.
And then
when they crushed the buildings?
Yeah, so, Pac just came in and was like, let me handle this. He was the new artist on Death Row, so he was like, let me handle this for y'all.
Yeah, but it's amazing, too, the LA song that you made.
Yeah.
That it was the #1 record in LA.
Yeah.
Like, how crazy is they were playing that shit on the radio?
Yeah.
I know that you were fucking confused when you heard that fucking shit.
We was going out there performing it.
They were booking you to come out there.
When the song came out, we was going out there performing it.
Were you uncomfortable, or did you just feel like we Mobb Deep, so we good?
At that time, I had to be about maybe 20, 21. I ain't really care about too much.
Right,
you know what
you was goony boony.
I ain't really care about too much. The team that we had with us, you know what I mean? Plus, just how we was living. Like,
right.
We didn't really care too much about the future or nothing like that. We just was so selfish-minded and just thinking about our music and we the shit and nobody fucking with us, fuck everybody. That was our mentality. Like, so when they said come perform, we was like, hell yeah, we coming. What's up? Like, you know what I mean?
Right. You lived in a time where, like, real situations and real issues through music.
Real beef, too.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, how do you feel with, like, the new issues or the new beefs between, like, certain rappers and individuals?
Still going on
like
today?
It's organic, or do you feel like it's just, like, good for commercial?
I'm sure that, whoever these young, the rappers that's beefing with each other now, I'm sure that they feel serious about it. Like, you know what I mean? I'm sure that there's... not all of them, but I'm sure there's a few of them or most of them that they serious about what they talking about. They probably really don't like this one or that one. You know what I mean? And
Jesus don't want us doing this. Don't worry, pocket's over. Moving on now.
But it says my mic fell. My mic fell when Prodigy was talking about that. No, but when if you think about it too, the only thing that I don't ever understand is a couple of things. Is that some people get very here, and this is the funny thing about beef. Even like Game, like I look at it like Game, going back with Meek, and like just saying like what he's gonna do. I feel like back then it was on wax, but it was like people were just. I feel like you're getting so much trouble these days. Keep in mind the cops are reading into people's lyrics now.
Yeah, it's different. It's definitely way different now. You know what I mean? Don't get it twisted. Back in the days, it was more dangerous,
right,
than what it is now,
right,
because of the police.
But even though you had a record,
cameras.
Yeah, exactly. But even though you had a record deal, you seen, wealth, living a better life, you were willing to risk it, like, with the beef that was going on. And I'm not talking about anybody in particular, just in general.
Yeah, I mean, that's just was our, that young mentality. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you young and coming up, that was the mentality that we had.
Right.
You know what I mean? Coming from neighborhoods that we were in, and all the stuff that we were going through, that was just the mentality that we had. You know what I mean? And yeah, man, I mean, back in the days, I'm going to give you a perfect example. Like, gentrification.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Back in the days, you go through Brooklyn or you go through certain parts of Queensbridge or certain parts of here and there, it didn't look like how it didn't look now. Right. Back in the days.
Wasn't no Chipotle.
That's because shit changed.
There's no almond milk either.
Right.
It's safer now. That's why it's like that.
Right.
Because it's safer now. That's why people are moving into these neighborhoods. They feel safe to be there. You know what I mean? Back in the days, they wouldn't have did that.
Sure.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And they're just trying to get close to the city, so they live on the outskirts with something they could afford. But you know what's crazy? As we continue on talking about, with the beef, that you have gone through and the beef today, you think about even just hearing with Nas, your beef with Nas. But that really wasn't with Nas.
That made me sad.
No, but that really wasn't with Nas. And you tell me, but And this is a question not only for the beef, but in general of what people think these days. I know a lot of people in his group will hate on you because they felt you weren't from the hood or from the projects where they were from.
Mm-hmm.
But even so, two things I'm going to say. And even so, later on, I think people still feel that way, not with you, in general, where it's like, the idea is to get out of the hood, too.
Mm-hmm.
I think people people just hate on people that are doing something that they ain't doing.
Yeah, I mean,
was that the case with the Nas shit?
I mean,
or his crew, really?
The thing with me and Nas, I think it just got blown out of proportion because of, exactly what you said. Like, certain people around him, didn't like me. And certain people around me didn't like him. You know what I mean? So it was like, it got crazy. We clashed. Like, you know what I'm saying? But me and him talked it out at the end of the day, and we both understood, like, it wasn't nothing personal. You know what I mean? It was just always somebody on your side didn't like this, somebody on my side didn't like this. So it put a tension on our relationship. Like, it kind of fucked things up a little bit. But
how many years was that? That was for a minute.
This was back in like.
No, I'm saying how many years that lasted. That was for a minute. No?
Oh, I mean, yeah, it lasted a little while. You know what I mean? It definitely lasted a little while because people get angry. Like, you gotta, he mad about that, I'm mad about this, so you gotta let it die down, and then over time heals all things. Like, you know what I'm saying? You grow up, you start thinking different, you start realizing, like, that was stupid. Like, you start seeing who real, who fake. Like, time will show a lot of shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Time reveals shit, and you start seeing, like, oh, this nigga was fake the whole time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or this nigga he wasn't even really my friend the whole time. He pulled some bullshit. All you gotta do is wait some time and see. You know what I'm saying?
Even with Jay, it's funny because like that whole, even with like, the crazy thing is, even with that Summer Jam shit when he put that picture up,
right.
To me personally, and I'm telling you this 100, I never saw what people try to portray that to be. Meaning, like, they said that it looked like a ballerina.
Like,
you're a young
point?
kid. Yo, let me tell you something. I got pictures with Michael Jackson's. I put them up on Throwback Thursday. I don't know if you've seen
you
them.
got that.
I got a silk shirt, black jacket, the gold zippers. I got the red. I got the silk pants on, shoes, and a glove. So when you ask me, what do I see? And I'm being dead honest with you. What I see, you could have been a tap dancer for all we know. Who knows? You could have been emulating Michael Jackson. What was your first thought when you heard about that? And where were you?
I was in the crib. I was in the Mobb Deep mansion in Long Island. I got a phone call from my man G, my man Illa G. He from Summer.
Oh, Illa G. Yeah, Sean Price has done a lot of stuff with him.
Yeah, we went to high school together. So G's in the crowd at Summer Jam. And he calls me. He's like, yo, son, remember that picture that you showed me? He was like, yeah, I told you that shit was going to come to haunt you one day. So we cracking up on the phone. Me and G just dying laughing like, oh, shit, this is a funny nigga. He put the picture up, word. It was just funny. It was funny to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, people thought I was hurt. Like, your average person that's in the crowd or that don't know me or, you know what I'm saying, don't know about our lifestyle, like, they're like, oh, Jay got him, all that, like, he destroyed P. Like these people don't know. They listening to what Jay said on the song. You was a ballerina, I got the picture, I seen you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, in the picture that he put up, there's not even a ballerina picture. You know what I'm saying?
What was that picture from?
It was a picture from my grandmother's catalog program. It's a show program. You know how you go to the circus, you get the program or you get the playbill at the Broadway play.
Sure.
So my grandma would do these concerts every year, and she would have a program at every concert of all the students. And, the students would pay to be in the program.
Sure.
You pay like $50, $100 a page or something like that. So, parents would pay for their kids to have a few pages in the program. So, me, that's my grandmother. So I'm in the program, you know what I mean? I was in the program maybe I think twice or 3 times, you know what I mean, when I was younger, because I used to be in the dance school and taking classes and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? I took ballet, I took tap, I took jazz, African, all that shit. Like, that's what my family does. My grandma was very famous.
And
isn't
your mother was part of what group was she?
She was in the Crystals.
Yeah, and
you come from too many popping people, and your grandfather founded Morehouse.
And my great grandfather.
Like you got a
the
lot
college.
Yes, like his family tree. It's like his family tree got a lot of fruit on it. It's good. It got like all types of things.
Matter of fact, if you make that
Very
album
fruitful.
with those songs, put me in that will, please. I need that.
You say you only got 2 children?
Yeah, I got 2 kids.
You about to,
That he knows of. But.
yeah, we about to add some more.
No. Oh, really?
Clank, clank, ha, ha.
Yeah. No. But
look though, like I was saying, your average person, they're running around. They don't really know what's going on with me. They don't really know, my personal life. So they think that, this dude destroyed P's career. Not knowing that I'm finding it funny. It's hilarious to me. Like it's really funny what he did. That was a good one. Like, how you and your man just giggling on each other,
right.
and he snap on you crazy hard, and you gotta laugh at it because it's just funny.
Yeah.
Like, so that was just funny to me. You know what I'm saying?
That
was a good one.
Did you get a chance to fully speak with him and ever since then?
Yeah, we spoke about it. Like,
did he give you the laugh?
Back then I had the mentality like it was funny.
Nigga.
It was funny, but I was like, all right, I'm gonna see you though. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, that was funny, ha ha ha. But I'm running around with 300 niggas with guns, and we in every club, and we're gonna see you, and we're gonna hurt you, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
didn't you go to a restaurant that he was at or something?
Yeah, it was like a few what was it, New Year's or something? That winter after Summer Jam, we had went to hang out at Justin's one night. And it was like me and 10, 15 of my boys, whatever, we just chilling and whatever. But, we hear the DJ say, yo, shout out to Jay-Z and Jermaine Dupri in the house. So we was in this club, it's Justin, so we was in there for like an hour already. And we ain't see no Jay-Z and nobody in there. So now we looking at each other like,
where they at though?
You heard that song? He just said Jay in the club. So now we like, yes, I'm tightening my belt. Like I'm like, all right, I'm tying my shoes up super tight. My man got the gun on him. He like, yo, I'm gonna pop this nigga, son. I'm like, yo, chill. I'm like, do not shoot in this motherfucking club. I had to tell my man, chill. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm like, yo, chill. Do not shoot in this club, dog. Chill. We can just beat this nigga up. Chill, son. He's like, no, pop this nigga, son. Fuck that. I'm like, yo, chill, my nigga, chill. So we waiting for the nigga. We like, all right, let's just surround the front door. So we surrounded the front door. So if you come in and out, you have to walk through us.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? So we just stood there and waited. Because we ain't see him no in the club. So we stood there and waited. Finally, they came out the back. And we see, Jermaine Dupri walking. We see Jay walking. Jermaine Dupri sees me, and he starts moving fast. He got up out of there. Quick. He left that nigga.
You know what I'm saying? Jumped.
Jay seen me from across the room. He put his hand out from across the room. He got his hand out already. Like he's all the way down there. And he got his hand out like this, walking up to me.
Man, like a businessman.
Right. Just to show me like, it's
white
a white flag, nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
wow.
So I see him do that. So I'm like, what's up? He like, yo, it's just rap music, son. It's just hip hop. Ain't no beef, yo. I'm like, all right. I'm like, all right, cool. He like, yeah, I just wish you would have talked to me before you said what you said. I was like, all right, it is what it is, my nigga. He's like, but there ain't no beef, though. I'm like, all right, cool. And he left. And my niggas was mad as hell at me. Because when Jay said that to me, he made everything change in my brain. I'm like, he right. You know what I'm saying? And like, he was right. It's just, he's like, it's just rap music, my nigga. There ain't no beef, my nigga. I was like, you know what, you right, my nigga. All right, cool.
Do you feel like more people directed their beef and their lyrical issues to you than your brother Havoc? Like, is it because you're light skinned?
Nah, I doubt that because, I'm not the type of person, like, I'm not a soft nigga. Like, if you meet me, you talk to me, you gonna tell off top I'm not no soft nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just 1-2 minute conversation with me, looking at me, you gonna be like, I don't know about this one right here. Just be careful with that nigga right there. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think people, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it is, but I know this, though. I know that when I write my songs, is very aggressive.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not playing with people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I take my music serious, and you know that's just what rap music is. That's our style of music.
Sure, and it's a sport, man. It's a sport.
Yeah, and we on some other shit with it. Like Mobb Deep, we created a sound. Like our style, our sound is like gladiator, hardcore, hip hop music with that makes sense though. It's not like we talking reckless,
right?
And telling people, "Oh, running around, I eat your baby," and you know what I'm saying? Like, remember that shit, horrorcore?
Yeah.
That's not us. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're saying shit that actually makes sense.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And if you listen to it, you can learn a lesson from it. You know what I mean? Even all the way back to our first song, Peer Pressure.
Yep.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's we kind of mastered blending in the peer pressure style shit with the street shit where we from, and just putting it together so you can have like a full story of both sides. Of like, all right, you want to live the street life, you want to sell drugs, you want to bust your gun. All right, this is going to happen though. This is the consequences of that. You know what I mean? You're going to die. You're going to get locked up. This is going to be bad for you. You know what I'm saying? But take your pick, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is the whole picture, though. We're not giving you half the picture. We're giving you the whole picture. So, you know, a lot of people, you know, they dig that. They feeling it. So that's where our fan base, you know what I mean, came from. A lot of people like, yo, I love y'all niggas. I love how y'all put it out. Y'all music is a soundtrack to my life. Like, I learned a lot listening to Mobb Deep. Mobb Deep raised me. Like, a lot of people say that shit to us. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. It's like, I guess people are offended by a lot of things I said. I started a lot of shit, you know what I mean, by basically just being too
aggressive?
Nah, not even aggressive, being too
taking things too personal, I think.
What you call it? Not personal, but like when you too opinionated about something, yo, this shit is a never ending court. Right.
It's a double dutch rope.
I'm trying to like get my foot out of this. Yeah. It's like outspoken. Very outspoken.
Yeah, okay. You know, like a Sagittarius. Are you? What sign?
I'm a Scorpio.
Okay. How are Scorpios?
He's snappy.
Okay.
He's definitely snappy.
Moody.
Okay.
But one thing that you are good at is time. Like, while most people want instant gratification, like, you'll wait for the perfect time to strike the iron. Yeah. Like, you don't need to, like, you know, just jump into it because you're going to do it. You're going to make sure you're going to do it right.
So fucking tarot card reader over here.
Call me now.
Yo, let me ask you something. Big Pun pull guns out on you?
Yeah.
Where? How?
A lot of guns.
Like, how? What does this even mean?
So Pun, that was my homie, like, cause you know he was signing loud, so we would be in the office every day, just like Wu-Tang. You know, everybody would be in the office, like chilling, smoking weed, learning, listening to music. You know, just learning off each other. And me and Pun, we started hanging out a lot. We would go to the clubs together. He would call me, yo, P, we going out tonight. Come through. Yo, come to the crib. Yo, come to chill. You know what I mean? I would call him. So we were like real close. And one night he had called me like, yo, let's go to the club tonight. Meet me at the crib. So me and a couple of my boys, we went to his crib up in the Bronx. And we get there, and I get inside the house. And he had this knife on the couch. It was like a knife with brass knuckles on it.
Okay, yeah, I know those. Yeah, those are dope.
And it had the spikes on it.
Spikes,
brass
yep.
knuckles. So I'm like, oh, this shit is ill, right? I'm looking at him like, oh, this shit is crazy, son. He's like, oh, Pete, that's nothing. He's like, that's nothing. Put that down. He's like, look under the couch. So I look under the couch. This nigga had the 357, the snub. I was like, oh, this is crazy right here. He said, man, that's nothing. He's like, that's nothing. Put that down. He's like, yo, homie, just show P your gun. So man went down his ankle, pulled out the little, he had the little 45. It was like mad small, plastic 45. I was like, oh, shit, this is crazy, right? He's like, oh, that's nothing. Yo, show P your gun. So now, one by one, he is doing this, pointing at everybody in the room. There's about 20 people in the house. He pointing at each one of them one by one. Yo, show P your gun. Yo, show P your gun. Show P your gun. Now there's mad guns out. It's mad. Everybody got their guns out in their hand. So I'm the last person. He looked at me. Yo, P, let's see your gun, P. Where your gun at? I'm like, I left my gun in the car, my nigga. I ain't want to bring my gun in your house, my nigga. He like, see? He said, we got the drop on you right now, son. He said, don't do that ever in your life again. Man, keep that gun on you, man. Look all these guns out on you right now. He said, we can do what we want with you right now. And I'm like, Yeah, you right, my nigga. He's
Oh,
nah, I'm
shit.
just fucking with you, P. I'm just fucking with you. He said, but remember that, though.
Yo, he was a comedian, man.
Hell
He was a comedian, man. I heard so many stories, man, that he did. He was a fucking comedian. How about Nori? How's your relationship with Nori now?
Yeah, I mean, you know, Nori's cool. I don't have no problem with Nori. You know what I'm saying?
He's got a podcast, you know.
Yeah.
I wonder if you ever show up there. Two things I wonder if I ever see.
Look,
Prodigy on the Drink Champs podcast, which should happen, maybe, you know.
it's a possibility.
It should happen.
It's a
Shouts to
possibility.
Nori. Shouts to
Happen
Drink
one day.
Champs.
Yeah.
Or y'all sign into Mobb Deep sign into Rock Nation.
Ah.
Imagine that.
Now that laugh would
Yo.
be
Yo, if I see that fucking picture on Instagram of Have on left, you on the right, and Hov in the middle, I'm fucking deleting my account.
I ain't gonna front. I like them Rock Nation hats.
Yo, they are
with the
dope,
paper
man.
They
plane.
got a dope logo.
Yeah, that shit is dope,
That
man.
logo is fly, yo. You know what I'm saying? We did an interview for Tidal one day. They was like the Brooklyn hip hop festival, and Tidal had came and was like interviewing us, and they had gave us a free subscription to Tidal and all that, and I was like, yo, what's up with them hats, man? They was giving me that free prescription for Tidal, but that free subscription, but I want one of them hats, so he thought I was playing. I really wanted one of them.
Really?
Hell yeah.
Hey, listen.
Yo, send him a hat, B.
Listen, Lenny S.
Emery wants somebody.
Emery,
Give me that.
yeah, send a hat.
It's
But-
like a fashion thing.
Give it to him.
I mean, at first, you know, it's just for the artist that's on Rock Nation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Then they released it because people fucked with it so much, and they got like a suede one now.
It's a dope logo, man.
Shit is dope, man.
Shout out to Jay-Z, man.
Yeah, hey, listen,
Rock Nation.
there we go. You know.
Hell yeah.
But you know what I wanted to. I spoke about this before with you in Philly, and I had to bring it up once we do the podcast. I was speaking how "Hey Love" with 112.
Man.
Like, okay, so me growing up, MC Shan, "Left You Lonely" was a song that made me, a Brooklyn dude made me, it's funny, a Queens dude, but Shan made me say like, yo, I can't be so tough all the time. I gotta love someone too.
Mm-hmm.
And years later, "Hey Love," still being a Brooklyn dude, not really wanting to dance type style, whatever, just like one of those dudes that like hard rock, you know, knucklehead. "Hey Love" was like, damn, like, come here, ma. Like, I need, like, yo, I know that you caught some slack for that shit,
Yeah.
but that shit was dope as fuck, man. How did that happen to 112 song?
We were in the Mobb Deep crib. You know what I mean? Shout out to the Mobb Deep house.
Mobb Deep Mansion.
Yeah, famous crib, man. Crazy stories about the house. But yeah, we had a studio built in the crib, so we downstairs working on music. Have made this beat, and the first thing that popped in my mind was King's son, his song "Hey Love." He had that song "Hey Love, Hey Love, Hey Love" back in the '80s. So I don't know why that popped in my head. It was like the first lyrics that popped in my mind. So I was like, yo, we should make a chorus out of it. I was like to myself, I was like, I'm gonna make a chorus out of that. You know what I'm saying? Make it like an updated version of that song, but change it, you know what I'm saying? Add my own shit to it. Like, so I made the chorus. I mean, not the chorus, but the my first few bars, how my rhyme start. I was like, hey love, I wanna hold you and talk to you. And I was like kind of mimicking even King's son's his delivery, like his vocal tone. Like he's like almost like whispering. Not whispering, but like, you know, almost whispering, like he's talking to a girl in her ear.
Very monotone.
You know what I'm saying? So that's how I made it. Like
Smooth.
I made it where it's like I got my arm around Shorty and I'm like talking to her in the ear, like, you know, hey love, I wanna hold you and talk to you. Put my arm around your shoulder and walk with you. You know what I'm saying? So that's what was in my mind when I wrote it. And I was like, hold up, you know, I want to make I want to make these female driven songs, because that wasn't the first song that we made like that. Like, Have make a lot of songs like that. You know what I'm saying? On a lot of his solo songs that never came out. You know what I'm saying? He got a lot of songs in the stash that never came out, and a lot of Have songs are like female driven songs, but they hardcore. You know what I'm saying? Because it's from our perspective. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I was just following suit, like, you know what I'm saying, writing a song like that. So I was like, you know, I'm gonna write a song about a dude that's just taking a girl, trying to convince a girl to leave her dude. You know what I'm saying? Like just taking another man's girl.
Yeah.
That's thugged out, right? Like you thugging somebody for their girl.
Yo.
Like, yo, come in, shorty, you mine's now. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Come with me.
So I was like, we could get, that's a Mobb Deep type of, you know what I mean?
Most definitely.
Mobb Deep style still.
Right.
You know
Rough, rugged, and raw.
Yeah, so that's how the whole concept of the song came about. Like, that's the whole concept of that song. Like, so a lot, when we put the song out, I mean, when we were done with the lyrics of the song, we was like, yo, who could we put on the chorus? So we was like, 112, let's put 112 on it. So they made it like, they gave it like that radio feel, that singy, you know what I mean? They singing on the chorus, and they gave it that, you know, that crossover appeal. But the lyrics on the song is still like aggressive because of what I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying it aggressively. I'm not like, you know, saying violent shit, but I'm like being aggressive with this girl, telling her, man, leave that nigga, come with me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Fuck that nigga, come with me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so when people heard it, I guess when people first hear things, they don't get it right away. Not everybody, but a lot of people, they like, oh, what is this, man? So, you know, they making a radio song. This is some pop song. They, you know, a lot of people, they didn't get it.
Which wound up being the most spins probably Mobb Deep has ever gotten for a song on radio.
That song, we got more spins than any Mobb Deep song that we ever put out. Back then, I don't know about now.
Okay,
you know, I think Quiet Storm probably beat it out by now on Shook Ones. But back then, we got more spins than Quiet Storm and Shook Ones with that song. But a lot of people was like, yo, what's up with y'all, man? Mobb Deep selling out. Y'all making girl songs for the radio now. And I'm like, what you talking about? Do you hear what I'm saying on the song? Are you listening to what I'm saying? Like, we taking your girl, nigga. Chill. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yo, so 112 got involved. Who'd you reach out to? How did that even happen?
No, that was like Chris Lighty move. We told Chris, yo, this is who we want on the song, and he made it happen.
With all his greatness and all the things that he contributed, why do you think that he like ended his life the way he did?
I mean, that's all speculation.
Right.
We don't really know what happened.
Right.
That's what they say.
That's true.
You know, just because a police report say something,
that's true.
I don't really believe police. I'm not too big on government and police and
their influence and what they.
I mean, have they given you a reason to believe them?
Exactly.
Like, have you ever seen him and maybe felt like he was down, or do you like feel like
never?
Yeah, because I feel like every time I hear his name, it's always like these wonderful stories. So it's like for somebody to have been that, you know, and I do know that people who have depression and stuff like that, but you kind of feel when someone's going through that type of thing.
Yeah, Chris is always available, all the time, 24 hours a day. Chris dealt with a lot of pressure because he's dealing with hardcore hip-hop all his life before Mobb Deep.
Right.
Way before Mobb Deep. Chris
Violator and all that.
Grew up with hip-hop.
Mm-hmm.
He's in all the, we call it the Rooftop and all those clubs, the Latin Quarters. Mm-hmm. Like, when I was too young to get in, like, he was dealing with all that. So he knows how to deal with pressure and just being the pressure of being a manager and having all of these hardcore hip-hop artists on you, like, yo, we need this, that, we want. And, you know, managers get a lot of the weight and the blame for shit and a lot of the pressure. And he dealt with that very, you know, with a lot of finesse, I say. You know what I'm saying? He dealt with it very classy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He dealt with pressure with class. Like, I never seen him get angry at all, ever. You know what I mean? I never seen him maybe like play fighting and like raising his voice, like playing, but I never seen him get angry and raise his voice. Chris was always calm, always cool, and always handle shit professionally.
Right.
Yeah, so I don't really believe that story too much.
It's amazing how many people have so many good things to say about dude, man. It's amazing, you know, and you know, rest in peace, man. You definitely missed, you know.
Yeah, I learned a lot from Wu-Tang. I learned a lot from being around Chris Lighty for many years. Yeah. I learned a lot from that dude, man.
People used to say like he was like the businessman of hip hop, for like the hood, you know, and for people who didn't know. I mean, like he had the briefcase. You know, at like when people weren't moving around with briefcases like that.
I don't know nobody that can fill that man's shoes. I don't know nobody that can come close to being how he was and doing what he did. He was closing ill deals.
Right.
Yeah.
He was connecting dots. He was making shit happen. You know, like people love doing business. White people love corporate America loved Chris Lighty. That was the good thing about Chris. If you got Chris, you're able to make these connections with all these brands and corporate America and get on these rock tours, and because they love dealing with Chris. You know what I'm saying? So it was easy for Chris to place Mobb Deep on wherever he wanted to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He had access to anything. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, you know, one thing that I found out that I didn't know, that you could have been, Mobb Deep could have been the first act signed on Bad Boy.
Yeah.
Yo, Diddy, and another thing too, one thing I give, shouts to Diddy because, you know, I know that he wanted to sign y'all, and at the same time you had Loud on the table, right? And I guess, you know, obviously you went with Loud because there was a little bit more creativity, a little bit more money, right? But here's the dope thing I like about Diddy. You went, and then later, like, there was no beef. There was no, like, you know, this day and age, like, somebody goes signs him and say, fuck him. You know what I mean? Like, he went over there, you know? No, and then he even showed up to, like, fucking the video. He was in the video.
Yeah, I mean, you know, before we did the Loud deal, like you said, Puff wanted to sign us to Bad Boy. This is before he even had Bad Boy. He stepped to us. He was like, I'm starting a label. I want y'all to be the first act that I put out. You know what I'm saying? And at that time, we had Steve Rifkin stepped to us, gave us a contract. Diddy gave us a contract. We looked it over. We was like, you know, we had more creative control, a little bit more money, like you said, over with Loud. So we did the Loud deal. But we had grown so close with Puff. Like, he was inviting us to all his parties before all the deals and everything. He was like, yo, just come out to this party, come out to this party I'm doing, come here, come there. So we used to go to shows, parties.
Young motherfuckers, too.
Yeah, we had to fake out. We was like 15, 16 at that time. You know what I'm saying?
Shit.
And we had to fake IDs. We used to be in all the parties. We were like the youngest kids in the party. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Clark Kent used to see us out a lot. He didn't even know the hell we was. He was like, y'all gonna be somebody one day. Watch. He was like, I see y'all niggas.
You sound and look
club,
just like he say, man. That's something Clark would do, man.
He's like, I see y'all every club, yo. Y'all gonna be somebody, yo. I'm watching y'all.
Hey, listen, Clark has been right about a lot of shit.
Word. And he didn't know who the hell he was. And we didn't know who the hell he was.
Clark knows how to spot a star.
Yeah.
We would see him all the time. So one day he just came up to us and said that. That shit, I always remember. I'll never forget that, yo, that he said that to us that night. But Puff, he was always mad cool with us. So when we had got signed to Loud and we had put out Shook Ones, Puff had just signed Biggie and he had Craig Mack. And they had this Big Mac tour. It was called the Big Mac tour or whatever. And he actually put Mobb Deep on the tour.
Really?
So we would open up for Biggie and Craig Mack. It would be Mobb Deep, Craig. No, I think it was Mobb Deep, Biggie, then Craig Mack, because Craig Mack had the biggest song at that time. You know what I'm
See,
saying?
that's something that people should really live by. Is that, like, you know, you just didn't sign the Bad Boy, but that doesn't mean that you can't do things together. You know, sometimes relationships are ruined because of stuff like that.
I mean, I used to go to Puff office and just playing beats. I mean, I remember being in Puff office, and I would be in there playing beats. He's getting his hair cut at the desk. I'm in there playing beats. Pete Rock walks in. Pete Rock, let me play you some shit. Pete Rock start playing them beats. I'm looking like, damn, you just made my beats look fucking stupid. I'm going home, nigga.
I'm going home and do some more beats.
Back to the drawing board.
And this is at Uptown MCA.
Okay, yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Did you see Puff to be who he is today? Did you see that back then? To see the
yeah, we seen all of that. We seen the rise.
Yeah,
we seen every little thing that he did, from, you know what I mean, the street team, everything. You know what I'm saying? We was there. We seen how it's done.
Yeah,
we seen how it's done, and we inside Loud from nothing. Loud was nothing but one cubicle in the RCA building. You know what I mean? So we seen how to build a label from nothing into something. You know what I mean? All the working, all the moving parts. You know what I mean? All the ins and outs and the workings of how to make a successful, independent, you know what I mean, hip hop label.
Yeah.
So it was fucked up that we were too young and we signed regular artist deals. Yeah. But we there, watching, paying attention, watching how it works, seeing, word, that's how much money you just made? Oh shit, I can't wait till this contract is over. Yo, we gonna get this fucking independent money. Like,
y'all learned a lot through that, you know?
Hell yeah. And then we had to see, you know what I'm saying? We seen Puff, we seen Loud, and then we seen Jay-Z. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because Jay-Z came in 96, 97. Mm-hmm. So we watched his rise and watched how he went from nothing to something. We watched exactly how he did it. You know what I'm saying? That shit is amazing. You know what I'm saying? Seeing people do that. That was amazing to me. My mind was blown. Like, you know what I'm saying? And these dudes are older than us. You know what I'm saying?
Puff is inspiration, man. Now, what about like with 50? Yo, I never expected that when y'all signed with 50. When you came out, how did you introduce it? Was it the award show?
You said how we got introduced to 50?
No. With 50, like how did y'all? He introduced that you were on G Unit.
I'm not even.
Don't you got a tattoo with G Unit?
Yeah. I had it right here. It was right there.
Okay. Oh, you got rid of it?
Yeah, I got it covered because the deal is over. So it's like I'm
gonna buff this.
I'm selling my own product. You know what I'm saying?
No, but I meant, how did he introduce y'all? I remember seeing like the award show. I forgot which one it was, and he came out. Remember that song that you had with him? It's the infamous. I
don't even remember what award show that was. We did a few shows with him. It was maybe like the MTV Awards or VH1. It might have been MTV, I think. In Miami. That might have been one of the first award shows we did.
What made y'all sign to him? Sign to the label.
But me and 50 had a mutual friend in common. That was one of the reasons. You know what I mean? We had a little attachment to each other. Like, you know what I'm saying? We had a mutual friend from Queens. God bless his dead. My man E-Money Bags.
Mm-hmm. Rest in peace.
He was the one that really like semi-introduced me to 50. Like, you know what I'm saying? And Fifth was always just around, like in the clubs. He would be sometimes we perform and 50 right there on the side of the stage, and we didn't even know that he rapped like that yet. Like, you know what I'm saying? He was just like one of the dudes from Queens hustling, like, you know what I'm saying? And we would see him around, and when he got in a position where he was able to actually, sign artists and do certain things, use his power to do certain things, he called us, and Chris was managing us at the time, and Chris had just started managing 50, and we had just got released from our contract at Jive Records,
mm-hmm.
and I guess Chris gave 50 the heads up, like, yo, Mobb Deep is free, like you can sign, you can do something with Mobb Deep, do a deal with Mobb Deep. So we got a call from 50. He was like, yo, I want to sit down and talk with y'all. I got a proposal for y'all. So we went and met with him, and, he offered us, like, a super crazy deal. Like, it was just, all right, hell yeah, we're going to do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? He was like, yo, listen, I got a video game coming, a tour with Eminem, I got this, I got a movie soundtrack.
Vitamin water.
I got this, I want Mobb Deep on all of that shit. And here's 2 Porsches, too. We like, hell yeah, we in, nigga. Like, you know what
Let's
I'm saying?
go.
Hell yeah. It was too much to turn down. Like, you know what I'm saying? And he's the homie already from Queens. Like, so. And he gave us crazy advance.
And just so like, really nice.
Hell yeah.
And just like Diddy, did you see his rise?
I didn't see it like as up front, up close and personal, but we saw it from a distance.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
You pictured that he could be who he is today?
Did I picture that 50 could be who he is today? Yeah.
I mean, you see, sometimes, keep in mind, we grow up with people, or we're around certain people, and I'm like, damn, I didn't even expect this motherfucker. This motherfucker is worth $5 billion. How?
Yeah, I definitely didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
I knew that he was an ill fucking rapper, though. He had some ill, crazy songs, so I knew he was gonna be great as far as the artist. But I didn't see the, Eminem coming in and the whole Eminem, Dr. Dre attachment and vitamin water happening and all these crazy. Like, he made moves like quick, really quick. As soon as he got his foot in the door, that nigga started making power moves instantly. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Pun intended.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Instantly, because he learned from people like Mobb Deep and Wu-Tang and all the people that came before him. He learned what to do and what not to do. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, when he got in that position, he took advantage of it. And
you've worked with 50 and you worked with Puffy, and they have a tension. Has that ever affected your relationship with the other one?
Nah.
So, like, when you went to go work with 50, did Puffy give you, like, his blessing, or did he just say, like, you're doing whatever because he has that business state of mind?
I mean, at that point when we were working with 50, I ain't speak to Puff in years.
Right. Okay.
Like, we ain't speaking years. Like, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, we didn't really talk much. I ain't really see him much. After, let me see, maybe like after 96, 97, we started not seeing Puff because we were off doing our own thing. He off doing his thing. We would see each other sometimes because I was always cool with Lil' Kim, C's. I would be at their crib a lot. You know what I mean? Like in 99, 2000.
Right.
So we would all hang out at Justin's. You know what I'm saying? Like Justin's was the spot. Like we would all go there, drink. So Puff would be with us sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Puff would be like, "Yo, come on, we all going out tonight." And I would be over at Kim crib, which is Biggie's old crib. I would be over with them chilling. And they'd be like, "Come on, we all going out." I'm like, "All right, come on, we going." So we hang out, get drunk, you know what I mean? Chill, dancing in the party, wilding. Go back to Kim and season them crib. I'm passed out on the couch drunk, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I would see him like sporadically around that time. But then when I moved, because I used to live over there by them, you know what I'm saying? I used to live up in Rockland County. They lived at like exit 2 on the Palisades. So I used to pass their crib to get home. So sometimes I used to just stop and just hang out, kick it, get drunk, whatever, just chill. And when I moved from over there, you know, that's when I ain't see them. We stopped hanging out like that, you know what I mean? So I ain't see Puff in years. You know
What's
what
your illest Biggie memory?
Illest Biggie memory has to be in Cleveland, Ohio on that Big Mac tour. When we get there, it was fucking like a riot at the show.
Damn.
Wow.
Berg Mac is on stage performing. Somebody from the crowd snatched the mic out of his hand. The lineup was kind of different that night. I think it was supposed to be like, I don't know how, I don't know all that. But anyway, Craig Mack is on stage performing. Somebody from the crowd jumped, snatched the mic out of his hand. They wouldn't get the mic back. So the DJ had to get on the mic, like, "Yo, get the mic back. Craig Mack finished his show, da, 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 da." The crowd's not having it. They wailing out there. Like, they wailing in the crowd. So, you know, we about to go on next, and I hear Biggie. I'm standing right next to Biggie. I hear Biggie telling this man, "Yo, let's go on next so we get the fuck out of here. These niggas is wild in here, right?" So they worked it out and they went on. So I told Hav, I said, "Oh shit." I said, "Yo, I just heard a nigga Biggie say they gonna go on before us, so we gotta deal with these niggas. Like, we gonna have to be the last ones in here dealing with this shit, right?" So he like, "Fuck it, let them go." So we like, "All right, cool." So Biggie go up there to perform. Next thing you know, they come stumbling down the stairs, like, because the crowd just started wailing. The crowd started jumping on the crowd. Like, you couldn't control this crowd. We had to get the fuck out of there.
Damn.
We all had to get out of there. I had to wrap my bandana around my face. I had, because the cops were spraying mad mace in the spot, trying to get people to calm down.
Right.
Everybody was fighting. There was fights everywhere. Me and my boys, we had steak knives in our pocket. We used to always, like, before the show, we used to always bend up forks. Like, we would bend the two ends of the fork. So it just
Got that prison shit early. And give me that fork and that soap. I'm going to make a gun.
We would steal the steak knives from the hotel, bend up the forks, and we would take them to the show. Because back then, it was crazy. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
We would just do that anyway.
You never know when you had to fork somebody up.
Yeah, so we in there, they spraying mace. I see Biggie come stumbling down, C's falling over Big. I'm like, "Yo, what the fuck?" They're like, "Yo, we out of here, son. They wailing." So we like, "Yo, we out." I tie my bandana. I got pulled my knife out. We walking through the club like this.
Gladiator shit.
I'm running behind Biggie like, we out of here. You know what I'm saying? We had to hop in Biggie's van because we all had separate cars. We had to hop in Biggie's van because we didn't know where the fuck our driver was. Everybody's running everywhere. It was pandemonium. So we hopped in Biggie and C's in the van. And we like, "God damn, let's get the fuck out of here," right? So I had an Infamous cassette in my pocket. It was like, you know, my album had just came out. I don't even think it came out yet. I had like one of advanced copies. And I gave it to Biggie. I was like, "Yo, Ed." He was like, "Oh, yo, good looking, yo." So I gave him an advanced copy of the album. He had popped it in. We listening to it on the way back to the hotel. Just laughing about what just happened in the club and shit. Like, that was a crazy memory. That night was crazy. And Cleveland, Ohio was trying to show off that night. They was trying to show, like, "Yo, we wild out here too." Like, you know what I'm saying?
We Mobb Deep too.
Yeah, they was wilding, like, uncontrollable. We had to get low.
And when you think about it, man, yo, you got so many fucking stories. I mean, you've been around so long. Not only just Prodigy yourself, Mobb Deep, the duo. You thinking about it this way, man. Longevity, man. When I think about Mobb Deep, I think about rough, rugged, raw, and longevity. Before we wrap up, we have a segment that's called I Don't Trust People. Internets, you know how to get involved. Hashtag I Don't Trust People at Premium Pete, at Premium Pete Show, at Miss Listen Knows. Let us know who or what you don't trust. And we'll feature you. If it's not no fucked up shit, it's some shit that's funny, we'll feature you on the next episode. Who we got this week?
Our first submission comes from N2 the O. I don't trust people who can't go 5 minutes without applying Carmex or chapsticks. What's wrong with your lips, B?
Listen, it's
not
everybody has the LL Cool J. I feel like LL Cool J has the automatic lip balm. As soon as he
when you lick your lips, you make them drier though. Like right now,
that's why you need the Carmex.
Fucking with my lips because I ain't drinking enough water today. You got to drink a lot of water.
Yeah, that's something I'm learning as I get older. Is that I need to start drinking more water, man.
If you drink more water, your lips won't be dry.
Yeah, that's yo. Listen,
and stop smoking so much weed. It's cotton mouth.
That's right. That's right. Who's next?
Our next one is from Mr. Bishop Jackson. I don't trust people who use bar soap.
Now, see, listen, I've been away.
He don't like Spanish people.
No. Listen, let me tell you something, okay? Only for a short amount of time I fuck with the liquid with that puff, but I didn't feel like a man. I didn't feel like a man with that puff. And I'll be honest with you, the time I spent away, I really valued the bar soap. Yo, let me tell you something. That court craft shit, that shit fucking...
That shit like acid.
That shit like acid. So when I was away, what I would do was I would stack up... every commissary I bought 5 bars of soap. Irish Spring, Lever 2000, whatever the fuck. I would buy all the dope shit. So when I would meet dudes from New York City particularly, or dudes that I vibed with, I would give them a bar soap if they didn't have it. So I like bar soap. I'll be honest with you. I fuck with bar soap.
I can't do the body wash.
You don't like body wash?
I'm going to tell you why. Because... When you put it on, when you trying to get it off of you, it feels like it's still on you. It feels like you put lotion on.
That's the moisturizer.
I don't want my shit to be squeaky clean. I don't want to feel like it's lotion on my body. Like
that's the moisturizers. Our next submission comes from Greg Glockovich. I don't trust people who eat pizza or candy with a fork, eat pizza or a candy bar with a fork or a knife.
Yeah, that's first of all, you can never eat. To me, I mean, that's just how I feel. You don't eat pizza with a fork and knife.
I never even heard of that.
Yeah,
that's white people.
No, but hey, listen, Bill de Blasio, our mayor, did that shit.
He's white.
Get rid of him. Get rid of him.
He's white, but he got black wife.
He does.
I don't think that people should be eating candy bars with knife and fork. That's stupid. Or I don't trust people who eat a Kit Kat and don't break it. Like when you bite into it, I don't trust you. Like how you just biting into it. You supposed to give me a break. Give me a break.
You just open it up like the whole 4 bars.
No, that's savage. I don't trust you. I'm like,
I agree.
Don't do it. I don't trust people. No, I'm sorry. You being rude. I don't trust women whose only eyebrows.
Who is this?
I was going to get to that after.
Okay.
I was delivering this differently.
Okay, no problem.
Okay. Thank you. I don't trust women whose eyebrows are drawn on. What happened to you? And that one comes from Mike Droppers.
Well, let me tell you something. For as long as Twitter's been involved into this world,
they coming for the Spanish people a lot today. No bar soap and no eyebrows.
I don't trust people that do that, especially the women. I tell women this all the time. Yo, if you got to shave your eyebrows to then draw something on, like with a Sharpie, I don't trust that because I'll be honest with you. Sometimes they don't get the level that they originally had. So I'll be looking at this girl and her eyebrows on the top of her forehead. And I'm like, how the fuck is that possible? You looking at me winking, her eye and her fucking forehead is wrinkling. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I don't trust people that do that.
Well, I mean, you don't really know too much. So, okay, ladies, if your eyebrow levels is not right, get the bevels. But aside from that, it's okay to pencil in a little bit. Some of us are not blessed with thick eyebrows. Just like some men, y'all use, the Beijing.
No, I don't use that.
When the guys coloring the hairline or add it to their beard. So if you need to enhance and add a little more colorization to your facial hair, I'm all here for it.
Just
make sure you don't get none on the pillowcase.
There you go. I agree.
That's it. If you need to paint on your eyebrows or add an eyelash, I'm here for it.
Just don't do too much.
And if you want to shave it, I'm not really here for shaving too much, but if you're going to shave it, my Latinas, just don't shave the beginning so you know where to start. Because some of y'all is creating unibrows. Shout out to Albie Shore.
Yeah, and Anthony Davis.
Yeah, like everybody don't need a unibrow. Do you have anything that you think is suspect?
Like something you don't trust, or what, or who, or what you don't trust.
Ain't no such thing as halfway crooks.
Oh man,
or cooks.
I'm telling you, the biggest, most important thing I don't trust is these politicians,
oh
and
yes,
these governments, and the things that they be telling
crooked
us.
motherfuckers.
I'm not having it. I know. I believe everybody should register to vote.
Please do.
I believe that people should register to vote. I believe also though that the president of the United States is selected, not elected.
So who you
That's
think?
something to think
Since
about.
by the time this drops,
we'll
have
have
one. So
president.
who's your forecast?
I mean, I could have told you that a year ago. I put money on it. I told my daughter this. I said, I'm gonna start fucking going to Vegas and putting money on it because it's obvious it was gonna be. It was definitely gonna be Hillary.
Yeah.
Trump will never win. Yeah, that's not happening. That's a joke.
Yeah, but you know what? You know what? He wins regardless, and I'm gonna tell you why. How the fuck is this guy even in line to be president? Right? But check this out. His exposure is more than it'll ever be.
Yeah, it's
like he
crazy.
wins from that, alone. You know what I mean? You think about that shit.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely won, regardless. I don't see what you're saying. Hell yeah. But the presidents are chosen.
Yo, I like the way you said that they're selected,
yeah,
not elected. Yo,
that's a fact.
Yo,
that's a
there ain't
fact,
no more
dog.
to say after that.
But when people say register to vote, you don't register to vote for the president, dog. You register to vote for your congressman, your mayor, your senator, your governor. Those are the most important elections.
Right.
Not the president. That's the president's foreign policy. Like, you know what I'm saying? The president will change anything for you in your neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? So if you really want change, yes, register to vote and pay attention to who's being elected as your mayor, congressman, your senator, all of that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Those politicians are important. Those are the hands-on people in the community that can make change in the community. You know what I'm saying? But as far as the president of the United States, man, that's that. All
I
of
feel
that,
like she's paying him
it's
just
theater.
so we have to vote for her now. Like, girl, we didn't want you last time you tried, the time before that.
It's all theater.
Like, come on, you gonna just make us vote for you by putting your cousin Donald in with the same wig and
man,
same attitude.
Man.
You're the same person. Just that he's blatant with it. Just
but he's orange and she's pink.
That's the same wig. When you go get the wigs, that's the Phil Donahue. They both got the same wig.
I ain't
Hillary.
going front. Look, having Obama was a great thing.
It was
good to see a black man, a black family, you know what I mean, in the White House. That's good. That inspires, our black youth, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That inspires us. We need that. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's a good look. That was a good look. It was a look.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was a good look, too. So the same look, it was with Hillary. You know what I'm saying? It's a good look for a woman to be
first woman president.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
It's good for my daughter and anybody else that has daughters out there and mothers and sisters. Like, that's a good look. That's
I'm gonna need her to step that fashion up, though.
You know what I'm saying?
She's gonna have to. Girl, Hilly.
Yo,
Whoever's styling POTUS and FLOTUS, you need to keep them inside the White House. Don't kick them out with the rest of the black, because you know they being styled by black folk. Keep them there because you've been looking extra refrigerator-ish, too boxy, girl. You need to accentuate them curves if you're gonna be my president. I'm sorry, I don't want no kitten heels, because I'm telling you, the way FLOTUS is leaving this and the way POTUS is leaving this, you and Clinton Bill gonna have to step it up. I don't want to see no more of this sham that y'all calling attire.
Listen,
you coming out with potato sacks. They calling it a suit. This is a kitten heel. My daughter could wear 4 inches. Can you at least give us a 5-inch heel, girl? I don't believe you gonna get down to business unless you got on stiletto.
She can't walk straight.
Listen,
Hillary and Bill need to celebrate Do-Rag History Week. They should both, be wearing a do-rag this week for Do-Rag History Week.
If she pull
it's
out
Do-Rag
one of
History
them,
Week
she ain't
this week.
something other than
I'm gonna
them
pull out my
suits.
3M
I don't
one.
like them suits.
But that shit I don't trust.
I get it. Hey, listen, you said Pete, you said it best, but I'll tell you, like, there's some people that one episode is never good enough, so we'll wait until like next year and when you're doing, because you're always up to something, man. I mean, Mobb Deep is going on tour again, right?
Definitely.
International.
I got the new album about to drop.
Yay!
Soon, my new solo album about
What's
to
that?
come out. It's called Hegelian Dialectic.
What the fuck?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
You going intergalactic on us this time? Yes.
Now,
She said intergalactic. That was epic. That was epic. Just now.
listen, she making her own slang. That's what she do.
But this album about to drop is like really touching on what we talking
When
about
will
right
this
now,
drop?
politics and conspiracy and all that type of
This
stuff.
year or it'll be top of next year?
On top of next year. This is the
Okay.
first time I'm making a whole album about conspiracies. And
you not scared?
Nah, I ain't scared. Come on, man.
You Muslim? Because you know when you Muslim, you ain't got to be scared of nothing.
Nah, I'm not Muslim. My father was Muslim, though.
See?
You know what I'm saying? But I'm not scared. Whatever happens, going to happen. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's already out there. It's all over the internet. It's all over the news. Like, people already talking about it. So
you just put more light on it.
Yeah, I'm showing you what I know about it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now, what about tour?
Yeah, we touring constantly.
Yo, I feel like every year there's like some type of Mobb Deep anniversary or something, you know?
I want to tell people, too, because a lot of the fans and a lot of, you know, they see me in the street. They be like, yo, when y'all going to drop a new album? I be like, yo, I just dropped one last week.
Mm-hmm.
They be like, yo, I ain't even know, son. I was like, yo, listen, man. If you want to know anything about Mobb Deep or Prodigy, use Google, man. How Jay-Z say, Google's your friend, bruh.
Do your Google.
It is.
Get on Google, just Google Mobb Deep concert. It'll show you everywhere we performing, our whole list of shows. You know what I mean? Prodigy's next album. It'll show you Mobb Deep album. Like, people got to learn how to go to Google a little bit more.
Yeah, be resourceful. Like, what do you think
use
this
the
is?
Technology that's there.
Don't be a dumb nigga with a smartphone.
Exactly.
Yeah, and listen, and Mobb Deep is touring now more than ever. Listen, internet, I want you to go out and get that Commissary Kitchen, that prison book, that my infamous prison. Listen, you know what I love that you say? Ain't no such thing as halfway cooks.
Yeah, man.
I was like, yo, these motherfuckers are really playing.
Not creative.
They're playing.
And we got the barbecue aprons too, the camo aprons with it on the front.
Internets, make sure you check that out. Listen, any
where can we shop that? Is that on the website?
Google.
Or just Google?
Google.
I did that on purpose. Commercial, Google.
Listen, before you go,
Yeah.
your greatest moment in this whole shit. It doesn't have to be one that sticks forever. Just something that you really think like that you're, you know, thankful and proud and blessed for.
Just a greatest moment, I guess, man, it's just, you know, it's always like right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm always just in the moment, like now. I'm just thankful to be able to be here and be able to have, you know what I mean, interested in doing the interview.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's a blessing to be able to be here, healthy.
Not cracking, still looking young, Al.
Yeah, I'm promoting, you know what I'm saying, my brand, my stuff, talking about my life. Like, that's a blessing. Mobb Deep still on tour. We still putting out albums. We got projects. My family's healthy, everything. This is the greatest moment right now. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I tell you, like I said, Mobb Deep, rough, rugged, raw, and longevity. And I tell you, I've always appreciated not only your music, just you as a person, as a father. Like, I just feel like I related so much to you, just the way your style, man, and you know, Shook Ones, Quiet Storm, those motherfuckers almost caught me a couple cases a couple of times, but it was real. It was so organic.
Weird. Sometimes people come up to me, they be like, "Yo, man, yo, Mobb Deep, you don't know your music, man. I love y'all. Your music raised us. Y'all caught my first body listening to y'all shit."
Oh, shit.
I don't even know how to respond to that shit. I'm supposed to be like, yo, good looking, man. Thanks. Yo, like, what the fuck I'm supposed to say to that?
Yo, that is crazy, man. But anyway, P, I appreciate you stopping by, man.
Yeah,
and,
man, thank you, bro.
Like I said, just you got so many stories and just so much in the game, man. And I appreciate you. I know the internets appreciate you too, man.
Definitely, man. And
I appreciate you.
Everybody that, you know, everybody we were talking about in the interview, man. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to Jay-Z. Shout out to Puff. You know what I mean? Shout out to 50. Shout out to everybody. Nas, Nori. Shout out to everybody, man. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to real hip hop.
Love y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody inspired me in different ways. You know what I mean? And
I'll tell you, if hip hop had like a you know, a president or a you know, I think Chuck D would be a great president. But if, you know, and I think there's so many other people that get involved. I think Bun B would be a great uncle of hip hop. But I'll tell you the truth, Prodigy and Havoc, like, I think y'all would be the great military of hip hop. Like, I want to call Prodigy for that shit. You know?
Maybe, man. I'm still learning.
No, most definitely.
I got a lot to learn. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, there's so many segments, man. Listen, you were around for a long time, man, and it's blessings. But internets, listen, make sure you subscribe, and we'll see you next episode.
Ow.
CHEA.
Peace. Infamous.